Okay.
Whatever. You know what that sound is in the distance? That chugga 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 chugga. That's a Trump train. It's a Trump train coming. Because
dude, Trump is going to support the same stuff.
Trump was so pro-Israel.
Trump is unbelievably pro-Israel. Yeah.
Trump hates the prime minister of Israel. His personal grudge outweighs any other like political thoughts.
Dude, all of his big donors are Zionists.
Did you see his immediate quote?
Pro-Israel.
He was like, "How did Bibi let this happen? What a terrible fail! What a terrible
Who
failure."
Who is the biggest donor to Trump in 2016? I think it was Sheldon Adelson, who's like a hardcore Zionist, or the Koch brothers. There's only one brother remaining, I believe, but they were both hardcore Zionists. So like
Brother Koch.
Trump's going to do what his funders want him to do, just like all these people.
Counterpoint, last term. Just throwing it out there. Maybe he's not.
Oh, I don't care what he does. It's about what he campaigns on.
No, you're insane. You're crazy if you think he's not going to campaign on pro-Israel stuff.
He doesn't. No. So all he has to do is contrast himself and not be genocidal. All he has to do is that. He's like, oh, I wish they would. So many dead children. I wish they would be more exacting in getting the people that they wanted to get. And then he just mealy mouths away like he does.
That's been my frustration. I don't know if it works with other people. Like Trump's ability to cast a spell doesn't work on me for some reason. So when I hear his Israel thing, all I've heard is that would have never happened if I was president. I'm like, that's not a plan, and I don't even buy it. But even if it was true, what are you going to do when you take over? And he doesn't say.
Yeah, he's going to continue to fund Israel the same way Biden is now. Like,
I don't care about the after. I care about winning the presidency.
I was just saying there won't be a difference in how he handles it. He will continue to, give lip service about how like, oh, this is despicable. No, he won't even say that. He'll be like, every single one of them are terrorists, and we're taking care of them. Bibi Netanyahu, great guy. I've talked to him. He's a good guy. Like, because he switches on that shit. It doesn't matter. He switches on a dime with that shit.
Right. Trump has shown friend versus enemy. He's very flexible on those issues, right? Ted Cruz is a friend now. Lindsey Graham is a friend now.
Whatever is, he's a politician and a tactician in that way. Whatever is currently beneficial to whatever he's trying to achieve is going to be the direction he goes.
I'm more worried about winning the presidency. I don't care how he runs the country, or for how long. No, this is all. Yeah, of course. I'm focused on winning the presidency. That's what's on our table. You're talking about like winning next year's Super Bowl. We haven't secured this one. All right, we're still in the playoffs. All right,
but we know who's not going to win, and that's similar to
the American people.
War in Palestine.
DeSantis?
Yeah, we know Palestine's not going to win this, and we know DeSantis and. Whoever else is in that crop.
DeSantis could get the nod, but I think Nikki Haley's going to be your vice presidential pick.
She sucks.
I think they win though. I still think Trump wins. I think he's going to keep kicking the ball down the field with his trial shit until he can pardon himself, and that's going to be that on all of that. And frankly, it's going to be funny when he does it, and all those people is just a miscarriage of justice, and seeing it. I can't wait for the pollsters to have that thing where they finally realize, he's projected to win the presidency. I want to hear him say it. I want to hear him call him president again.
He was projected to win 2020 up until like midnight that night.
That's part of his beef, I believe. He believes the fix is in.
I don't think that's true. So I looked at 538 all the time, and it really got it pretty accurately in the end.
Oh, maybe. I remember like when I went to bed that night, I was like, this is fucking unreal. He's going to do it again. He's winning in all these swing states. And then like I went to bed, and it was like 1 a.m. and I went to bed, and then I woke back up, and it was like, boom.
All right.
These are the odds for, it looks like Trump's VP, maybe.
Yeah. Why is Nikki Haley plus 1,400?
I don't even know who Kristi Noem is.
I don't either.
I just looked. She's pretty hot.
Just a nice
Ben Carson.
Politics standards.
Just a nice Jewish.
Where's Ben Carson been?
I've heard his name thrown around.
I don't know. Ramaswamy.
I don't know. I mean, Tucker Carlson is only slightly less likely. I don't know about this one.
Oh, dude, based on names, I like Tudor Dixon. What's Tudor Dixon up to?
I don't know that person.
Who is Tudor Dixon?
Tucker Carlson would be an interesting VP choice.
Oh my God.
Tudor Dixon's a cutie. That's a woman.
Tudor's a woman?
Tudor Dixon. She's a 46-year-old lady.
Tulsi Gabbard, isn't she a Democrat? Well, I guess so was Trump.
Nah, Tulsi Gabbard's not a real Democrat anymore.
Wait, go to the bottom.
She's been a right-wing pundit for a couple years.
True.
A few years now.
Josh
Harley,
Kanye West.
Damn, Chris Christie plus 50,000.
Woody, is it an insta win if he picks Kanye?
He's got my vote.
Does he even have to campaign if he picks Kanye? Imagine the music. Imagine the music that he'd be walking out to. Kanye would rap Trump out every fucking dude. The attendance would be finally integrated.
He might lose a lot of his base.
Imagine the crowds at a Trump rally. Imagine what they'd look like now. You know how he takes like the 5 black people and he takes his 5 Trump blacks and puts them right behind him at every one of those events. Now the crowd would be swimming with blacks. Well, not swimming, but
Kyle from Kyle from your lips to God's ears. That would be the best outcome. Is if he named Kanye West as his VP, and then we got to watch that unfold. That would be so funny.
So, dude, I love that.
He walks out to power.
The VP debate.
Trump and I'm trying to win. I'm trying to get women back because he's going to get killed over the women's health rights, the abortion stuff, basically.
It won't matter because like the women that he would pick from are also like Nikki Haley pro-lifers.
I just think women might vote for if a woman's on the ticket. My thought's as simple as that.
Maybe. I would love to see him pick Kanye. That would be hilarious. Or any rapper. Pick Pitbull. Like whatever. Just any of them would be funny.
If he picks Kanye.
If he picks Kanye, really? I'm going to vote twice.
You think Iowa voters are like, Kanye's on the ticket. I got to give him my vote.
We're going to win California.
Well, I picked them because they're like
we're taking New York.
Picture someone who has a dirty John Deere hat he wears daily. Is he voting with Kanye on the ticket?
That guy does not care. He's a Trump guy.
It's going to look like Reagan. No, the whole country is going to be a blanket of red. All right. Kanye's going to write songs about Trump that he will sing while Trump walks out. It's going to be a show. It's going to be incredible.
Kanye will turn on Trump before November.
Because the VP debates will be the highest rated debate of all time, and Kanye will battle rap against Kamala.
Kanye
will call her the N-word
and find a younger,
he will call her
orange
the House
presidential
N-word.
Candidate to sync up with.
That would be funny.
Upgrade.
Kanye will call Kamala a house ninja to her face at the VP debates.
And that's... I don't want to say anything too much, but if he did that, that's enough for me to commit voter fraud in multiple states, legally speaking.
You pull that Cartman maneuver where you fly all over the country stuffing ballots.
Yes, I'm flying all over the country. I'm stuffing ballots in favor of fucking. I'm doing ballot harvesting where I'm just showing up at people's houses and be like, "Hey, throw your bucket in here. I'm gonna throw a couple other ones in there. Some dead people."
It's incredibly hard to predict what this race is gonna do.
Yeah.
So, barring any black swan events, obviously Trump is killing it in the primary. That's kind of locked in. But in the general, the polling's really close. So what happens when Trump is treating his court appearances as campaign events now? He's showing up at every court appearance he can fucking get into. They're like, "Sir, we don't need you here. This is like lawyers wrangling about some technical issue." He's like, "No, I want to watch. I want to watch the whole time. Huff and puff and cross my arms.
Slow things down. Object. Make a shit show."
He can't object.
He doesn't even talk. But
they don't have to recognize his objections, but he can say all sorts of stuff. They really struggle with him.
So he just sits there, watches all day long, and then goes outside and holds like a little press conference about how unfair it all is. Yeah. And it's like he is absolutely using his court problems as campaign stops now.
For sure. And it works because the people that support him see this whole thing as unjustified, like legalese nonsense, and he's playing into that, being like, "Hey, look at how fearful they are of me getting another crack at it. Oh, they're so scared of me because I'm representing you guys, the little guy out there."
I half agree. I would phrase it as it works in the primary, right? Because right now he's trying to get votes from his base. Mm-hmm. In the general, I'm not sure coming out of his like fucking rape trials is going to work for him.
Well, like the nonsense that's
the one he's doing right seemingly.
now. Yeah.
The one he's doing that.
Whatever.
So he's been found to have sexually assaulted this woman, and he had to pay $5 million for defaming her character. And then he kept on defaming her character. So now they're doing another trial to see how much more he has to pay to get him to stop talking shit about this woman. And it's just like a constant reminder, Trump the sexual assaulter, Trump the sexual assaulter.
He is a ladies' man.
But they did, they banged that drum so hard, I think they kind of made it almost toothless now in 2016 and throughout all that. Do you remember like right before the main election, that claim came out that he had like molested a 13-year-old girl and that she was going to come out and speak and it was real and it was 100% verified, and then it disappeared because it was made up? Like that is the kind of thing that like a lot of people have become jaded to, where they almost overplayed their hand and how much stuff they threw at him, because now he can just hide under this umbrella of like, oh, and just similar to this charge, remember this, people, remember this, folks, absolute nonsense, the lying media trying to take advantage of me, trying to deceive you. Like he's playing that, and that will play to the base he's going for. I don't know if he'll win a general, if he'll even be allowed to run.
Right things. He's frankly not saying the right things. It's like I don't think anybody's writing for him. Look, I'm not saying that I should be his writer, but I've got some bullet points that someone should look at.
Sometimes
what he needs
some good shit though. You're good at this.
What he needs to be talking about is inflation, because that crosses all boundaries.
Yes.
He can talk to black people about inflation. He can talk to brown people. He can talk to women. People who despise him love their money more. He can say, do you remember when? He could sit up there, member berries, and if he brought the McDonald's menu and he put it on behind him from like 2004, if he showed the 2004 McDonald's value,
2019,
menu, and he
I was going to say he wasn't president in 04, but okay, I'm listening.
It picked 2017, 2018, 2019, and it would show drastic pricing.
You could do
you should do this, Kyle. That is
right.
That's really fucking good. You show a menu from 2017 McDonald's and show how much it's increased since then. Like that resonates.
Some people will mock him, but not everybody. A lot of people will be like, "Yeah, shit got some things." Food in particular seems to have gotten more expensive.
Rent, housing, and food is what he needs.
You roll that up, and
rent and housing are kind of.
You roll up the McDonald's
like, hold on,
and then you're self-deprecating. You say, maybe you all don't eat McDonald's like me. I understand that, and then you go into some higher priced items that appeal to the upper middle class. The retirees, you start talking about their 401ks, their retirement plans. You start talking about higher priced items. Remember when an F-150 cost you $32,000, folks? Yeah, $32,000 is a lot of money, but it was 0% interest, right? And you had 7 years to pay it off. How much does a truck cost now? $100,000. You can buy. I used to buy apartment buildings for $100,000. Like.
You're really right. This would be super effective. I don't know that Trump can do it though. Like it's almost like saying, Trump should show how athletic he is. He should go throw out the first pitch and show everyone what he's got. And it's like, no, he's just not that guy.
Zach, find that picture of Trump catching. He's playing catch with Mariano Rivera. He's catching and he looks like he's never done it before.
He looks like he's scared to death of the ball. Yeah.
Underhand's okay, but it's his face.
Yeah, he's scared to death. All Trump is really capable of talking about is how life hasn't treated him fairly, how hard he's had it, how successful he is, how he's overcome the odds, how people are mean to him. Those are Trump's issues.
Mm-hmm. He's a narcissist in that way, but a lot of people see him as almost. That's so funny.
This guy claims he could have been a professional baseball player. You know what his batting average was? He could have
been a terrible one.
200. He bat 200.
Yeah, but what if he was what you're not saying is he was the greatest pitcher of all time?
He didn't pitch.
No, he didn't pitch. Yeah, no, I would believe that he was never good at sports.
If I were him, I can imagine them showing those two photos to President Trump, his photographer, him going, "We're going to go with B."
We're going to go with the other one. We're going to Photoshop your head onto Yadier Molina's. And we're going to
go Jeter when he's doing that big turnaround midair, throwing back over himself, like put his head on that.
If he did, his attorney just left him. Trump's attorney,
the hot one?
No, she's still with him. This is like an aggressive Italian dude. He's supposed to be good. I never know. They always tell me every attorney representing these people is great and that it's a big loss. But I wonder what happened in the background. Did Trump say he sucked? Did Trump maybe treat him like an underling and the guy's not used to being treated like that? Like, I'm just making shit up. Apparently he would yell at people in the White House a lot. Maybe he tried that with his attorney. His attorney's like, fuck it, I'm out of here. Did he not pay his bills? He's known for that. I don't know. His attorney dropped him though.
Idea.
Yeah.
But not.
I can't remember who the lawyer is, but he's famous for being like a rapper lawyer. He's gotten a lot of them off. He's mentioned in rap songs. They're like, still got my back in the courtroom, holding that shit like an OG. And then I saw like a fucking court appearance. It's him and it's, I don't know, T.I. or somebody. And they're like dapping each other up and celebrating and laughing. And it's so funny. It's like, yeah, this guy is a gangster lawyer. He's a rapper lawyer. It's so funny. Trump always strikes me as like, it doesn't seem like he has the best representation based on all of those mistakes and errors that were made. It seems like he would want a lawyer who's great at.
This is the hot lawyer, right?
Whoever did that. It's a team of people.
The hot lawyer is the one that
the hot lawyer is not the one doing
the jury trial. No, apparently it was her. You're supposed to check a box whether you want a jury trial or a judge trial.
Yeah, but you've got a paralegal that's.
And yeah, well, anyway, this recent time she was supposed to introduce evidence into the courtroom or something, and she fucked it up. They had to like call recess, and while she Googled how to do it or something. But she does pretty well on TV.
She's excellent on the microphone, which makes me think like she's probably not the actual box checker. Like she signs her name and everything, but there's got to be like a team of people. I know with my lawyer, he was not the guy doing research. There was a room with like 6 guys in it with fucking law books out, like they were doing that. And there was like some girls in another room who were filing briefs and paperworky shit. Like that old guy wasn't filing anything. He was just coming up with some ideas, I guess, and talking to people. I hope.
Yeah. Heck, well, I can't know who's doing what. I only know on the news they blamed her. So
yeah, for sure. She's hot though.
Yes.
He definitely, and it makes him look good to sit next to a hot lady, doesn't it?
It does make you look good to sit.
I would argue. So I don't think it makes him look good next to a hot lady, but I think that being a hot lady makes her more effective when she goes on CNN, Fox, etc. You can present yourself a little.
She likes him. And I like whatever she likes.
Yeah. So Trump may have made a good choice there. She's like this year's Kellyanne Conway, except that instead of defending him on Bill Maher, she defends him in court.
That Kellyanne Conway thing,
no one ever thought she was hot though.
No, that was a train wreck though. So with the Kellyanne Conway thing, not only did you have her like opposition husband, but the daughter went crazy, and there was like underage pornography posted on the internet of her, and all sorts of crazy shit went down. And she was like going live, having these screaming matches with her mother.
Oh, I saw that.
And there was all sorts of crazy shit that went down. That was a train wreck.
That's a sad thing to see a family go through, frankly, is like parents fighting about a
shitty kid,
national political issue, and then the kid.
Shitty kid.
Yeah, that is a really shitty thing for the kid to do, is airing out laundry on social media. But
yeah,
you could argue that the parents facilitated that.
I mean, the parents were arguing on.
Exactly. They facilitated.
Right? She is modeling the parent behavior, and rough situation. But I think Kellyanne Conway was amazing at what she did. She was so good at it. I was often very frustrated at listening to her. She had these like verbal tricks she would do. Like, they'd say, hey, Donald Trump is out here lying to you. He's pulling dirty tricks. He says he can murder someone. Donald Trump is, fibbing about fake electors. And she'd reply something like, you want dirty? Dirty is Joe Biden's inflation rate. As if she answered the question, right? She'd take one word out of what she just heard, use it in her response, and act like she answered the question. But
that's politics, where they'll like
no one else does it as well as Kellyanne Conway.
Maybe she's a really good spinner, but they'll always do shit like press secretary for Biden administration, whatever her name is. Like, what are we doing about high levels of inflation? And she's like, racism is bad. And I am a victim of it, and that question victimizes me.
A better at like DeSantis. They would say, DeSantis, would you do a national 6-week abortion ban like you did in Florida? And then he would just like dance around it and not answer it. And to me, it looked very weak, incredibly weak. So double down, ask him the question again, and he'd dance all around it, say something that didn't answer it. And I'm like, this guy's
such an easy
fucking
question.
Pussy.
Yeah.
He won't tell you where he stands. What a coward. But Kellyanne Conway, I always walked away thinking, like, my head's spinning. What did she say? I just picked up that Biden's an asshole. That's
what's
all
good
I
for the
learned.
goose isn't always good for the gander, Rick. You see, the good people of Florida, they chose, they voted, they elected me, and I enacted policies that they appreciate down there. But I understand that the people in Idaho have different thoughts about the issue. That's why we have this great republic where each state has power to live the way they want to live. Because California politics, New York, win, you idiot.
Yeah, that's easy as shit.
Yeah, you can lie after you get elected, or maybe tell the truth.
You can tell any lie. None of this matters. Say what they want to hear.
Yeah. What Kyle said would get more votes than what DeSantis says.
Yeah, DeSantis is.
I'm also taller than him.
DeSantis,
we're all taller than him.
Yeah, we all are. Yes,
actual men.
DeSantis is and I'm saying this based on like 5 clips. Okay. Where I've seen him. He has no charisma. Not even going in on the boot thing again. The guy does not have charisma. He doesn't have the ability to amp you up. Like I saw memes making fun of him where it shows him sitting around his staffers and whatnot, talking, holding court, and they're sitting there bored, whatever. And then it shows like Trump doing the same thing with his sycophants, his, fans around him, and everyone is locked in on Trump. Like, oh my God, this guy, because at the end of the day, a lot of politics is just being endearing to the group you're attempting to court. And DeSantis is so middle of the road that he's not endearing to anyone because it doesn't come off as sincere. It comes off as very robotic. You
just know that he's not good at sex.
You think? You don't think he's an absolute animal? He's saving all of it for that?
He does nothing but eat pussy, though. Like, that's all. He's like a wild man. He just eats like 30 minutes of pussy. And then,
he just eats pussy, and then he's so tired he just goes to bed.
It. He's like, I don't know about you, man, but I'm pooped, and like slaps her on the ass, and that's sex.
So do I have your vote?
honey, I just got to tell you, Trump is just such a good leader, and oh God damn it. I just
some girls like, oh yeah, Ron, please take your shoes off.
I'm thinking about the sexual habits of all the candidates, right? Like, I would have said Ron DeSantis never leaves missionary position. That would have been my take on him. Nikki Haley, all the regulars, nothing special.
I know Ted Cruz only does doggy style because his wife will have it no other way. She does not want to look at that man in the face.
I didn't.
Lindsey Graham is the same way.
He's not receiving in this situation.
Lindsey Graham is only doggy style.
Yes.
That's how he likes it.
Yeah. Actually, sometimes he'll lay back on his back with his legs splayed, and he'll make the staffer fuck him that way. Amazon style. No, not Amazon style. Yeah, he's the one being penetrated.
Oh, wow.
You think I'm a top? That's adorable.
Wait, isn't it Amazon style if you're on the bottom too? Like,
yeah, but that's
Amazon.
when
but
you're penetrating the woman
going into the vagina.
She's just.
I'm saying that sometimes. I'm saying that reports are showing that sometimes Lindsey Graham, according to the AP, Lindsey Graham sometimes lays on his back and puts his legs behind his head and then lets the staffer fuck him in the ass.
I just feel like Amazon's position has 2 positions and both of them are doing Amazon. That's my.
I saw that on. That was on this. That was on C-SPAN on the ticker.
And it's not allegedly, Kyle. I think it's locked in. I think legally we can say that it is a fact that Lindsey Graham has cases with men, right?
That's why I'm glad you're a contracted employee here.
Taylor's joking.
I was never in any of those meetings, so who knows? Who knows?
I'm just saying.
No, I think
speaking,
I read allegedly. Yes, I allegedly read that someone
you may have made it up whole cloth.
That a male prostitute alleged that he got it on with Lindsey Graham or whatever. That's the ladybug story I told you, how he's got all those genital warts around his asshole, and they're like clumped together like ladybugs in the fall when they're trying to cling to heat.
And I'll be clear, there's no evidence that he takes it in the ass laying on his back with his legs behind his head. But I have a hunch that he does.